Okay, everyone, and welcome back to Demystifying Indicators with Mike. So, if you're new to this particular series or the channel, welcome, subscribe, stay around for a bit. But in this series, what I'm doing is I'm breaking down all of the mathematics behind the different indicators out there that you see, figuring out what exactly the math has them do, what they could potentially be used for, where you could put them in a trading plan. The point of this is to show that none of these indicators are magic. They're all just very simple mathematics on price and volume, so that we know that if they are, then we can use them to help maybe substitute our price volume analysis, but to not replace it. So today we're going to go over the Keltner channel. This is very similar to the Bollinger Band we went over in the last one. Links for that video will be in the description below, along with my website if you want to come check that out. But it's essentially a band that will be put above and below price. So you'll have your price, and then above it, you'll have a little band. Below it, you'll have a little band. And how it's calculated right here on the screen, just showing, is an EMA. You can use an SMA, but just some sort of moving average. Again, in the same playlist, I went over moving averages and how they're calculated and the difference between EMA and SMA. And then it takes the ATR times 2 and adds it to the band, or the ATR minus 2 and subtracts it from that moving average. So what is the ATR? Simply put, and we'll probably go over this in a future one, it's the average true range. So it's how much the stock normally moves in a period of time, right? So if the stock moves $1 a day on average from high to low, that's just how much it fluctuates on any given day, then the ATR would be $1. So you would have your EMA or SMA, and then you would add $2 and make it the top of the band, and you would subtract $2 and make it the bottom of the band. So very simple mathematics, very simple indicator to use. What is it used for, right? Why are people interested in this? Well, essentially, the Keltner channel is an easy way to kind of say, okay, this stock is starting to move more or faster than it normally does. Because you have to understand that all moving averages are lagging indicators in some way. So if it's moving further and faster to break outside of the band, then the moving average is to catch up. It just means you're getting a price spike, right? So that's basically the synopsis of it. It's a way to quantify a price spike. If you're outside of the Keltner channels, then things have just moved faster than this lagging indicator to see how much you should have moved has caught up to. So here's a chart, and typically how people are taught, again, I'm a chartered market technician, and we're even taught this in the CMT, how it was designed to be used is that you would buy on a breakout, so a candle close above the Keltner channel, just showing that this stock has some momentum to it. It's put in a push that's been pretty substantial in one direction or the other, and then you can short on a breakdown. Now, the problem with this is that you're always chasing price with it. So, again, it's just saying this is how much the stock normally moves. It's moved more than that. And that's all of the mathematics behind it is. So, now that it's demystified and now that we're talking about what we could actually use it for, it's time to, look at it a little bit more objectively in my mind. So, using it as a way to screen to make sure you're outside of a chop or a range bound period, that makes sense to me. So for example, we have this range bound period on the chart right here. The first pop outside of it would be kind of a break of this particular range. So as a way to quantify your trading, you could say, for example, if you were looking for to trade bull flags or bear flags or some sort of continuation pattern, you could say, if we then break the Keltner channel outside of that pattern, that could be used for my entry. But as always, again, not magic, just how much does it normally move and has it moved more than that? So if you're interested in more of these, check out the channel. Links in the description below for everything that I do. Thank you all for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one.